Hi, my name is Jennifer Kirabo, and I'm here in Uganda. I've been living here for a year as a full-time volunteer teacher, and I'm originally from New York City, but I came to Uganda for the first time back in 2012. And I came because I heard about this amazing true story, and I was so inspired by it, and I just wanted to hear more. So I came and felt really drawn to this place for some reason. So I followed my intuition and my heart, and I came here, and that experience changed me forever. After that trip, I could think of nothing but coming back and wanting to contribute to the people in some way. So I began coming back and forth, and I created an art program here. I'm a filmmaker by trade, and growing up in the arts, I grew up as a dancer, an actress, and then eventually became a filmmaker. And being always involved in the arts, I know how important they are and how beneficial they are to children. So I thought here, where most children are lucky just to go to school, never mind have exposure to the arts, it's very rare. It's very rare for a school in Uganda to offer creative arts, performing arts. So I thought it was something that could really benefit the children here. So I created a program, and I began coming back and forth, and I grew so close to my students. They're amazing. They're my family. I love them. And I just couldn't stay away. So I decided to move here last year, and I've been here for a full year now, and I absolutely love it. I can't imagine being anywhere else. And my students, they're my children. I love them, and I would do anything for them. And, after my first trip here, I immediately had this idea that one day I wanted to build a school here, that I wanted to help give children an education that otherwise wouldn't get one, or who couldn't afford one. And, I saw it as something maybe that I would do 5, 10 years down the road. But after being here this year and seeing so many things and living with my students and experiencing their day-to-day life, I realized that this is something I need to do now, that I have the power to do now. I just need the support. And that is something that will have lasting benefits for many, many children and their families, and is something that I believe is so worthwhile. And so I created the Create Foundation, and our mission is to build a school here in Uganda, the Create Academy, which stands for Children Rising, Evolving, and Achieving Through Empowerment. And our goal is to build a secondary school pretty close to Kampala, which is in the center of Uganda, and we will provide 150 students from all over the country a completely tuition-free education. Most schools in Uganda charge tuition, whether it's a private school run by an NGO or an American, or a local Ugandan school. And the problem is that most families struggle. Most families have 5, 6, 7, 8 children, and to pay for the fees for all those kids is just sometimes just not realistic. There are many, many children you see just walking around the village every day that aren't in school because their families can't afford it. And that breaks my heart. I feel children are entitled to an education. And in this world today, there's no reason why every child shouldn't be in school. So I can't help every child in this country, but if I could help a few hundred a year, that will make a big difference. Um, Being at this school for a year, I've seen so many of my children chased home. For something as small as a ream of paper. They sent a kid 8 hours up north because his family didn't provide him with a ream of paper that was needed. If they don't come with all the requirements, small items that cost barely anything, they could send the kid home without a care as to whether they'll come back. And I feel that's just wrong. So many of my students have been chased home for school fees or medical fees that their family can't afford. And families work hard. People in Uganda work really hard. They have such great work ethic. But the money is just too low to provide for so many children. And so many schools charge really high fees. Even NGOs, a lot of these nonprofit schools, they charge very high fees that they shouldn't be charging, I feel. And what I want to do is do something different. I want to completely tuition free, never a fee for these children, and give children that would otherwise be sitting home without an education an opportunity to have one. And our school will be different. We will, first of all, at many schools in Uganda, children are lectured to and dictated to and talked down to. They're not given a voice. Sometimes they're even discouraged from raising their hands or asking questions or, giving an opinion. And I think that's wrong. I think children flourish when they're uplifted, when they're encouraged, when they're invited to participate and ask for help, encouraged to ask their teachers for help if they don't understand something. That's the only way to really get a grasp of what they're learning. If you have a question, you should ask. And at our school, we're going to have a warm, nurturing, happy environment in which children can flourish and thrive. So not only will we provide a top-notch education with an international curriculum that will prepare students for continuing their education, whether it be at a college in Uganda or the US or Europe, anywhere around the world, we will provide them that. But not only that, we will provide a clean, safe environment where they can thrive. Many schools are not up to par here. Their conditions are dirty, unsanitary. The food, they eat the same food 3 times a day, every day. They don't have balanced diets. At our school, we want to be self-sustainable for the most part. We'll have a farm on premises where students will even participate in gardening projects where we will grow our own fruits and vegetables, which we'll in turn eat, and it'll be healthy. We'll provide balanced organic meals to the students. We will have, beautifying projects where the students create art and, plant flowers to give them a sense of pride in their own environment, in their own school. They should feel happy and comfortable in their own environment. That's the way a student will reach their full potential, if they feel happy and uplifted and empowered. Besides those things, we'll offer sports and have a huge focus on the arts, as I think that is so important and beneficial. So we'll offer dancing, singing, acting, filmmaking, photography, all those kind of things, so that we can enable children to explore their creative sides and find what they're passionate about, whether it's sports or writing, whatever it may be. We want to encourage our students to find their niche, find what they are passionate about, and then go for it, to encourage them to follow their dreams, to express themselves, to share their ideas, because the children here are so smart. They have so much potential. They have so many great ideas. They just need people to believe in them and to provide the opportunity. That's all that's missing. And this school can be that. It's obviously not easy to build a school, but it's something that I believe in with all my heart, and I'm willing to put everything I have into it. I just need your support. Obviously, building a school in Uganda is far easier than building one in the U.S. So with some support, this can happen, and this can change the lives of children here. I've been here for a long time, and I've helped a lot of people. And, you could give money to a family for food, and once they get the food, the money's gone. And yes, it helped them for that week. But if you want to make a lasting change, you give a child an education that will empower them to, stay in school. They're educated. They go on to university maybe, or get a better job. And in turn, they can help their families and their communities and change the world in which we all live. That is the key. That is the key to the future. So it's something that I really believe in, and I think we could do so much good with this project. I just need your support. So if you'd like to get involved, if you'd like more information, please contact me. We would love to talk and share more information. And thank you so much for watching.